Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo joining us for an update on the very latest Board of License Commissioners meeting that was held back on August 16th. Nikki, good to see you.
Hi, Joe. How are you today?
Great. This was a very, very busy meeting. I looked at the agenda. It's a 3-pager.
Yes, it was a busy meeting.
Is that because it's middle of summer?
Yes, it is. And, you know, everybody's getting ready for the fall. So we had some requests for outdoor entertainment and things like that for Oktoberfest and such.
Yeah, here we go probably talking about December events pretty soon.
I know it.
So did the whole board show up?
So there was Jay Duca was absent and had Jim Anderson there for him. So and that was it. That was it. So I can't think back that far. I'm moving forward constantly. To go back that far, I'm like, oh, who wasn't there?
I know. I know you've got a lot on your plate with the elections coming up, but this is important too, of course.
Of course. So I can start with agenda item number 1, hearing regarding the request of the Chamber of Commerce to extend the Kilroy Square beer and wine license for a beer garden until 11 p.m. on Friday, September 30th. Tim Cahill was there to speak on the event that they are planning, and it is an Oktoberfest beer event that they will be having there at Kilroy Square till 11 p.m. That went through 5-0. Next was agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of the Marymount Association for a special use permit 1-day beer and wine license for the Marymount Association Beach Market on Saturday, September 10th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's basically a yard sale, glorified yard sale, arts and crafts, and beer and wine and food truck. And that is, again, Saturday, September 10th from 1 to 6. Mark Sauter and Jay Southwood were there. Jay Southwood is going to provide the beer from Break Rock Brewing. And that also went through 5-0. Agenda item number 3 was hearing regarding the request of the Strand Promotional Service for a 1-day liquor license for a corporate event at 2 Heritage Drive on Thursday, September 29th from 5 to 9. Catering provided from the Chef's Table, open house for clients. Sherrill Marshall was there to speak of the event, and Boston Best is going to cater it. It's a private event, but they wanted to be sure to have a license there at 2 Heritage Drive. So that went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 4 was hearing regarding the request of the Adams Heights Men's Club at 63 Bower Road for an extension of premise for their club all alcohol beverage license for an outdoor event, including outdoor entertainment on Saturday, August 27th from 1 to 5. The event is a fundraiser for St. Jude. Kevin Gilmartin was there and spoke about their event, and they've done it for a few years, and that went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 5 was hearing regarding the request of Tony's Clam Shop at 861 Quincy Shore Drive for a cabaret license for Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays in August and in September and October to allow for solo duet live music on those days. The entertainment will be scheduled from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Friday and Saturday, and from 3 to 5 on Sunday. Helen Shiner was there to talk about these events. She spoke with Counselor Phelan, who was there too, and had been informed. There's about 60 seats out in the back, new patio area that they have, and they just wanted a acoustic approach to some music out there for their patrons, as well as the neighbors around to enjoy it as well. So that
Yes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
went through 5-0.
Yeah, that's, I don't think they've ever done this before at Tony's.
Right. And so it sounds like fun. There's that beach atmosphere over there, and it should draw some people, and good for them for providing some entertainment there.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a void ever since the Beachcomber closed for live music out on the beach. So yeah.
Right. So it should be fun. Agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of Automotive Repair Facility, Inc., doing business as Vina Automotive Services for a Motor 2 license for the premise located at 10 Willard Street. Vina Automotive is an existing garage repair license and seeks to add secondhand cars for sale, 5 vehicles. Mimi Tran was there, explained to myself and the board that they are only going to be selling 5 cars at that location, and they have plenty of room according to the ordinance. So that went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 7, hearing regarding the request of Prestige Car Wash for a gasoline repair license for the premise located at 839 Hancock Street due to a change of ownership. Currently, Hancock Street Touchless Car Wash. Proposed manager Ken Calabro. Proposed hours of operation 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Ken Calabro, Caitlin Healy was there. She's the manager to speak. No change in operations, just new owners of the car wash. Counselor Phelan was there and spoke of some concerns by neighbors about the back fence that had blew down during a storm. Prestige Car Wash is in the final stages of the sale. And once the sale is complete, they have assured Counselor and the board members that the perimeter will be fixed. And so just also Fire Chief Jackson asked that they reach out to fire prevention as well. Based on that, that went through 5-0. Agenda item number 8 was hearing regarding the request of Keyser Automotive Repair LLC, doing business as Tower Automotive for a garage repair license for the premise located at 570 Adams Street due to a change of ownership. Proposed manager Derek Keyser. No changes in operation are planned, but the location will no longer sell secondhand cars. Derek Keyser was there. He's been employed there for over 20 years. So he's literally buying it and taking over the operation there, and is turning in his secondhand car dealership license. So that went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 9 was hearing regarding the request of Quincy Gas and Services, Inc., doing business as Egan Sunoco for a gasoline repair and manager license for the premise located at 647 Adams Street due to a change of ownership. Proposed manager Jamal Denny. No changes in operation are planned. Jamal Denny was there, and he will be the manager there at Quincy Gas and Services, doing business as Egan Sunoco. That went through 5-0. Agenda item number 10 was hearing regarding the request of Packing Center Inc. doing business as Stop and Shop at 65 Newport Ave for a change of manager for their all-premise wine and malt beverage license to Daniel Theron. Attorney Eugene Richard was there. Daniel Theron has been a manager there, has worked there for 26 years, and was a bagger when he started and rose up the ranks to manager. He is tip trained and has been there, like I said, for 26 years. So we wish them well, and that went through 5-0. Agenda item number 11, hearing regarding the request of GT Foods doing business as Rosie's Pizzeria for a common victular license for the premise located at 550 Adams Street, formerly Unchained Pizza. Proposed manager Thomas Gafalakis. Proposed hours of operation Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Thomas Gafalakis was there, spoke about the need and the want for pizza in that area and how popular Unchained Pizza was, and plans to run the business the same. So that went through 5-0. Agenda item number 12, hearing regarding the request of Boba Bites LLC doing business as Mochi Nut and Onezo for a common victular license for the premise located at 19 Billings Road due to a change of ownership. Currently, the Block 2 proposed manager, Emily Hung. Proposed hours of operation are 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Attorney Russell Chin and Emily Hung were there. This is a bubble tea operation. Mochi Nut is a donut, and they plan on selling those there as well. So that went through 5-0. Agenda item number 13, hearing regarding the request of DG's Asian Tea Corporation doing business as Mango Dessert for a common victular license for the premise located at 9 Beale Street. Proposed manager Di Wee Guan. Proposed hours of operation are 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., 7 days a week. Attorney Ka Young Wong was there to speak about the business. This is the former Brigham's Ice Cream Shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and they plan on doing the same, ice cream and cakes there. This is their second business. So they do have experience, and that went through 5-0 as well.
Oh, very good. Okay. Sad to see Brigham's go, of course, but nice
I
to see
know.
them stay in Wollaston Center. Yeah.
Exactly. Agenda item number 14 was continued to September 13th. John Galligan, the manager at Off the Hook, has asked for continuance. Still had some things to work out, and we will hear them on our next scheduled meeting, September 13th.
Okay.
Agenda item number 15, hearing regarding the review of operation of Finest Auto Sales at 519 Quincy Ave. Alvin Kazul was there with his attorney. This hearing is a result of numerous complaints that Detective Brown has received regarding business practices at that location. Detective Brown met with Mr. Kazul numerous times, most recently with his attorney as well. As a result of the final meeting, a memo of understanding between the parties had been submitted by Mr. Kazul's attorney. And in this memo, the memo was provided to the board members before the hearing. Mr. Kazul's attorney was there, as was Mr. Kazul. They spoke about the issues, saying that most of them were civil or personal court issues. However, the police chief seemed to disagree a bit and say that, these are Quincy issues, and that if people are having problem at a Quincy business, we are certainly going to bring it before the board. It being a licensed board issue, he is licensed with us through the city of Quincy. And, if there are complaints and concerns, we want to talk to them about them. And Mr. Kazul's business approach has changed a bit. He was selling cars that were high in mileage, and he in older year vehicles. He's since changed that approach, and he's now going to sell newer cars with less mileage, thinking that there won't be as many customer complaints. So in summary, this hearing served as official notice as outlined in the memo of understanding that the city is notifying Mr. Kazul of any additional consumer complaints at Finest Auto. A subsequent hearing will be called, at which time disciplinary action, including potential suspension or revocation of the license, may be recommended. And
Basically, he's put on notice.
Exactly. Public notice that if there are any more, customer complaints brought to Detective Brown, the board, he will come back, and we are going to take further steps regarding his business practice, his license, and so on.
So I know you have to be careful what you're saying, Nikki, but were the complaints the result of cars that were breaking down, essentially?
Yes, and people that were wanting to return the cars, or that had put a deposit down and didn't get that back if they changed their mind, and things like that.
Okay.
A lot of the matters are civil matters.
Yeah.
And even, may even go as far as being criminal matters after further review. But
Right.
We, as the board, are talking about, best practices in Quincy and keeping a good reputation amongst the used car dealerships here, and that we want them all the customers to be treated the same and equal opportunity to get their money back, or or he's going to have to come before us again.
Okay.
So-
Was he scheduled to come back again, or is it just kind of, this is where it stops right now?
This is where it stops right now. So everyone is in understanding. The letter from the attorney is on file here at the clerk's office, and hopefully he's resolved his issues and we can move forward.
Okay, very good.
The next hearing is September 13th, and that was the end of our agenda.
Very, very lengthy agenda, but nobody can say Quincy isn't business friendly because all the items were approved unanimously.
Right. And we want that. Of course, we encourage people to come to Quincy, but we just want to make sure that, everybody's following the same rules.
Absolutely.